Right, hello YouTube, welcome back to some more From the Depths. Now, we've got a big one.
Listening.
Because we have accidentally stumbled upon
Moving out.
not only the Twin Guard headquarters, but the Grey Talon headquarters as well. And we're going to try, today, to crack right through their defences and go for the heart on both of them. First of all, we're going to fight the guard that's effectively spotted our forces. We're going to try and take on the Grey Talons, because that's the bigger of the two. But we're going to have to fight some of their ships. What the heck is this? Cap says hi. What is with the... First of all, what is with the frame rate? Oh, we're going into that slow-mo mode thing again. Hang on. We have somehow entered slow mode. God, what have I done? Hang on. We had this before. Key mapping. There is a slow mode. I know that much. How do I speed it up? I think it's because the... might be something to do with one of the key mappings, but... or maybe not. Fast camera. Okay, that's the one I know. Oh, keyboard shift caps lock. That might be a quick way to move the camera around. So slow down minus, speed up equals. Okay, that's looking a bit more normal. Not 100% convinced. We might be watching this in slow-mo, but yeah, this is an Adrastos. This is a 500,000 airship, so this is probably quite nasty. But I am not seeing any laser defenses, and that's going to hurt it. These are not tiny missile volleys we chuck out. I do think the game is running in slow mode still, so if we win this one, or at least when it's over, I'll drop out to menu like we've done before quickly. It's a bit of a pain, but yes, I do love the Great... I don't know if I've said that in this series. I actually really do like the way the Grey Talon airships look. I do prefer the more Warhammer style ones compared to the more airshipy ones like this, but even these look nice. I mean, look at this. Little launch elevator and runway. Love that propeller. Got the sort of big old airship fins. They are really stylish looking. And then they're being taken down by my gosh dang giant cheese wedges. Just moving fast and shooting lasers at them. These little... not even like... I think this is an improved version, right? This is a slightly improved version, but I really haven't done much. We didn't make the Skyray that far into the series. And yet it has just been consistently excellent. It just brings down things technically much stronger than it, I'm sure, and then doesn't die. I don't know if that's just because it's one of my only ships with shielding, but... or whether just the combination of decent defenses and speed are that important. They are quick. They do like almost 100 meters a second, and that is actually, I think, quite quick. And is there another... I'm getting fed up with this slowdown now. Is there an equals... another equals key on my keyboard? I think we might be back to full speed now. This is looking more like it. It could just be that it actually was only partly due to that, and part of it was just... it's a very large ship. Look at the front of this thing. It's just all armor. Is there even any components inside that? Well, there aren't going to be now. I did notice there's some heavy armor on the outside of this thing. That's actually interesting. We haven't seen that yet. Oh, it's dead. I actually genuinely don't think we've seen many campaign ships using heavy armor. Not that it has saved it, though. Skyray is reporting some damage, but they did bring it down. Good work, fellas.
Listening.
Right.
Moving out.
You guys are going to take the long way around to here so you can repair, and then they're going to make the attack. So we'll cut back to the surface fleet because they are at the enemy base. Now, there are a lot of ships here. This could potentially be very bad because I haven't checked what they are, and we know they have some nasty vessels. But we're going to target their base regardless. The game lets us. So might as well. Oh, it's another Tyrannic. It is bad. It is very bad. I'm pretty sure that is another Tyrannic. Okay. So this thing was bad news before, for those who don't remember it. That is 100% another Tyrannic.
Engaging now.
You have to look at that. They've actually got a decent Guardian. We're going to manually fire on this thing. I'm just going to manually coordinate the battleship's guns. Try and hit the hull specifically. In fact, we're going to aim for that tower because I think that's what's docking the guns to it. Yeah, that's right. We're specifically coordinating fire on this thing. It was that bad. Yeah, it's like a turret. It's actually working reasonably well because we're knocking out the fences on it. Are we taking a lot of damage in exchange? None yet, apparently. Definitely some slowdown happening, and I can't see the shells anymore. Just explosions from them. Oh, yes, we knocked the gun off. We've knocked the gun off, and there's been some kind of internal explosion. We are also taking damage on our end, but that's fine. This thing is the biggest target. There is other stuff that is probably nasty, but this thing is by far the worst. We know that. This thing effectively totaled our fleets before because we couldn't focus. We weren't focusing fire on it. We need this thing dead, and we need its guns shut down. Or alternatively, we just need its guns shut down. I think we have heard it quite bad. The only thing is, are we firing into our own hatchet there? I'm not sure. So the way you guys should all be targeting that regardless, and then... Yes, the other gun's knocked out. We do need to keep some fire on it, because otherwise it will regain functionality. But with those two bits down, that should be the majority of its firepower just dead. And the slight problem is there is a lot going on. There's EMP coming in, there's a lot of shots being fired in general. Also, these two, I hadn't even noticed these. Flipping winged seraphs flying over the Cyclops. They're very nice looking. Hatchet's doing surprisingly well. I thought it would have taken worse damage than that. It's lost a Sea Whiz and a turret, but otherwise it's still functioning. The laser munition defense is working quite well by the look of it. I think we've actually managed to destroy the guns of the Tyrannic by effectively detaching them. So that was definitely a good call to do that manually. Past experience fighting them has taught us how to fight the next one, basically. We still supposedly have all three ships functioning to some degree. Good, that means the surface fleet is still doing its job. Let's maybe fire on these things because of how close they're getting.
Engaging now.
Let's try and switch to anti-air duty, guys. Which they are doing. I can see the guns elevating. Ooh, big smoke round just hit that, or some kind of smoke set up on it just went off. I don't believe we're running in slow-mo at the moment. I think it's just there's a lot happening. Oh! A base spawned in. Crikey, I almost missed it. We didn't get a chance to take a proper look. It's not very badly hurt yet. Oh my god, what is it building? Is it building like a massive fighter aircraft? Oh my god, is that a Mobula? A Valor. As I say, so this is building a lot, is what I'm getting from this. Alacrity, the hive, yeah. The hive is building a lot of crafts. I think we do need to kill those Cyclops first, but now I think we need to focus the hive, because I think this is gonna... I think there might be infinite reinforcements if I don't get this killed at some point. I appreciate them firing on the Tyrannic. Oh, there's damage starting to happen in earnest now. From something. Couldn't tell you quite what. But the battleship is still fighting. Guns are blazing on every angle. We've lost the radar mast on the hatchet, and the other hatchet has just vanished, so I assume it's dead. No, it's over there. I guess it's just one of them is just AI dead. Still firing lambs and still deleting missiles, so that one must, I guess, be the active one. Damaged Tyrannic is still there, but I think with its gun arms disabled, it's not a threat. They are killing things. I'm seeing things dying. It's a bit hard to tell. It's a little bit hard to tell what's going on with some of the larger battles because you stop being able to see what's actually taking damage. I am, however, seeing explosions on the side of the hive, so we are clearly hitting it. Yeah, they're not all from their own guns. Some of them are indeed fire coming in. Yeah, knocked out a radar dish. Some missile launchers are still working clearly. But we do need to kill this thing or it will keep building reinforcements, and we really don't want that because we clearly don't quite have the durability for an extended battle. Ironically enough, just given the size of the ship. But given this thing has no shields, and I don't know if I ever will get around to fitting it with shields though, it does do quite well. I think it's, for passive armor, I think it has ended up with quite a good armor scheme. It does seem to be able to at least be hard to knock out, if nothing else. That hatchet is definitely still running its lambs at any rate. Ah, okay, is it the decoys on the Cyclops that are causing our missiles problems? Alright, do kill that then. Anyone who's got guns that still work. Oh, I think the hive... Yeah, the hive just died. I didn't even see what the killing blow was, but it did just die. Oh, the battleship is apparently down. Or AI dead, at least. As is the Cyclops. Was that the LAM system punching through it, or was that something else? What's still alive? Is it this? Is it you? It's this one. It's the other one. It's the one that's been idling away from the battle. It is damaged quite bad, but it is still going. Well, good on you. Keep going, my son. You can win this battle against a handful of remaining drones and a Tyrannic with no guns. Actually, speaking of the Tyrannic, battleship might be damaged, but yeah, as I was going to say, I'm willing to bet I can still take manual control. Let's give this thing a good smacking, even if the... What's going on with those missiles? Oh, are they self-targeting? Ooh, that's a bit iffy. Is that the smoke dispensers getting destroyed? Is that, or defences? Is that what that is? Let's fire just the turret guns. Let's pulverise this so it can't... Definitely can't recover its guns. Let's try and cut this tower off completely. No wonder it was taking so many blows. It's full of heavy armor. We really haven't been using heavy armor. Maybe we should have. Oh. I'm no longer in control of the battleship's guns. It lost the weapon control station. Oh dear.
Receiving. You're in control. Moving now.
Let's see if you can move up to there. Move closer to the fight if you can. Crowd cruiser. That's still needed. Even if your guns are apparently bought. problem we might be having here is that neither side can really finish each other off. My battleships are mostly intact and not dying, but their AI systems are down. They can't really fight properly at the moment. The one that is still active is having trouble picking targets. So we can manually repair the... No, we can't. So we have to wait for the guns to come back online on their own accord from the self-repair systems. Which sucks, because there's a thing right there. And also something is still shooting missiles. Oh, I think it's torpedoes coming out from this thing.
Receiving.
Why are you not shooting properly? Is it because your detection systems are damaged? It does appear to be firing at something I have to admit I can't personally see. It killed whatever that was. If we have to manually pick targets, so be it. It was also turning our Sea-Wiz into offensive turrets, which is nice. Who's that we're firing at there anyway? The Sea-bound drone must have been built by the Hive. Shouldn't take too much to knock it out. And hopefully, if all goes well, even if we lose some vessels doing it, we'll take out 2 enemy headquarters today. And that'll leave us in good stead. Plus, it's both the ones we're at war with, so we'll have a bit of time to rebuild and capture territory. Don't know quite what we'll do with this once we're done. I'd like to do some more From the Depths at some point. I do have plans, I will say now. I do have plans to do a re-review. I'd like to do a 2020... What are we in? 2021 review? Where I can also talk a bit more about the state the game's in at the moment, and also a bit more about the campaign, because of course I'd mentioned in a previous review that I hadn't finished it. And I think at the rate we're going to be able to. Whether we can consider ourselves to have won it in good faith or not, I don't know. I think we did reasonably well. I don't think we overcheesed it or anything. Come on, kill this thing already. Yeah, we're at the problem where we're running on very little firepower. They are wearing us down with EMP rounds, which is frustrating. Whatever you are, get out of it. This is a plane. This is even meant to be in the water. Yeah, finish that thing off quickly and let's move on to the next target. Good. Try everything we can at the remaining Tyrannic. Don't know where the AI in that thing is. So we'll try aiming for this damage section at the front. Or not, because apparently you can't hit it. Aim for this section then. Aim for whatever's above water, I guess, at this point. Actually, aim at that thing because it's flying. We've still got some flat guns left. I can't even see it anymore. It's a somewhat messy fight, to say the least. It is still up there, it's there. The other thing we could potentially do is try and get back on board the battleship and manually move to where one of the turrets is. Fire it manually and hopefully get it working again. Let's start with trying to knock this thing out so there's not much actually still actively fighting back. I think nearly every gun in the battlefield's dead at this point, but just the Hatchet's remaining guns are not very powerful. Okay, yeah, let's try and get the battleship back up and running.
Receiving.
At least something working. Right, so I don't have a weapons control thing. There isn't a secondary weapons control station, but we can get down to where the turrets are. We can manually control them. We do need to get down to the actual turret, the bottom of the turret well. Is that the only gun that's still working? Okay, that's a problem. Don't know that we can get inside that one. Oh, unless we can get in through here. We would have to shoot through our own armor layout, which is not ideal, but... Oh, we destroyed it. Oh, one moment. Okay, so I think I slightly bought that up by destroying the last gun turret. Oh no, we do have one at the back. We might try that plan again, just a bit more carefully this time. Let's try. Maybe not. Maybe blowing holes in our own ship isn't a great idea. So frustrating because the guns are mostly working, we just can't use them.
Receiving.
Oh, none of our ships have functional AIs at this point. If we sacrifice them, do they still die? Because they have lost their headquarters. Let's kill the drone. Excellent. Continue firing with the functional hatchet at any rate. Yeah, do not let that thing repair the aircraft. How much health does this thing have left? Oh, jeez. We've certainly got a weapon system still working. There's also something potentially a very explosive weak point. Let's see if we can't take some advantage of that at least. Or the shields are still working on those rotating sections. Okay, those are just going to bounce our shots apparently. So we'll just keep trying to fire for center mass. Not doing zero damage to it, but it's not very much. These things aren't really meant to destroy ship hulls, they're meant to destroy missiles. Yeah, sorry about this episode being a lot more focused on this battle than I thought it would be. I thought this one would be over at this point, but we've ended up in a weird stalemate. I could potentially call it, given that our battleships are effectively knocked out, and then we just let the game make its decision as it does. I think that's what we'll do. The main fleet is very badly hurt at this point, so let's... Oh, no forces can suppress. Okay. We can end battle.
Moving now.
It is not destroyed because the sliver is still active. Okay. Sky Race. Do what you were meant to do and go mop up. We'll let that approach.
Listening.
The second Sky Race fleet is... Yeah, they were doing a roundabout route to allow themselves to make some repairs and then go into the attack.
Listening.
Right, now we'll return to the battle, but this time the Sky Rays will be here to help. We will bring in that fleet as well, but the Sky Rays will be top priority. Let's be honest, it's not like they couldn't have joined the fight in the time this battle has run for. What I do have to be a little bit worried about is how many repairs they've had time to make. Oh yeah, wasn't it? Was it shift caps lock? Oh, it was. Or was it shift caps lock to shift? Oh, that locked it to the view of that particular missile, I think. Interesting. You know what, we'll take it. Yeah, they're firing on the Tyrannic, I think. Yeah, do focus on that.
Engaging now.
Let's fist knocking that thing out. Oh, they're all firing. The missiles at that little whatever it is. That must be the sliver? Maybe? Oh, whatever it was, it just exploded. Or one of them did. Oh, so it was that little drone thing. If we'd killed that, I think we would have won the war with that shot. Or won the war with them, anyway. couldn't seem to hit it. And because they weren't suppressed, which is nice, I guess because both sides had lost their main guns, we didn't even have to lose our main fleets. It was an engine blowout, but I don't think that'd be the Sky Rays. I think that would be this thing, which is starting to take proper damage now. Cutting into the front of it with the lasers. Yeah, knocking out those guns. Definitely the way I choose to fight the Tyrannic, I think. My advice to other people in the campaign, manually take control. Yeah, hit that bit. Oh, yeah, the launcher in the back just went up. But I think that just killed it. Or it was flashing dead. Oh, it might have been the strap-on gun. Death from above. Yeah, again, that looming doom from those things flying overhead. I do love that. But, no worries, battleships. The through fire support has arrived. Night has fallen on the Twin Guard, it would seem. Quite literally. Probably thought they'd gotten away with it, and then these things showed up. It's going down. A lot easier than it did the first fight. Must have something left in the area. Oh, it's the gunplate things. A bit like penguins. Yes, the technical term, the gun penguins. Hey, he's actually getting hits. Oh, they're self-repairing each other. But dang it. So it literally does have self-repair plates. So I thought the devs weren't using that, because I thought they considered it cheese, but... torpedoes are in there, but they're not hitting it. Come on, I know they're small targets, but they're not... Oh, I suppose they're not making any engine noise. That's probably part of it. Come on, I think that's the only thing... No, there is something else in the battle. There's other things being reported. Must be other submarines, maybe? Or just other things that have sunk. What is still in this fight? Is it bits of other things? No, there's a submersible drone fleet. Wow, I didn't even know these were here. Which possibly says a lot for how much impact they were having on the fight. Oh, I think the battleships just died. Okay, maybe they were having some impact on the fight, because I think they just killed our biggest unit. But we should get the full salvage value. This will take a while to sink, because it's just enormous. Yep. If we ever do a Series 2, and I'm not writing off the idea, I have enjoyed From the Depths, and I would like to play some more of it, maybe even crank the difficulty up a bit. If we ever do a Series 2, we need to improve the battleships. Our actual surface ships definitely had some problems, but that'll also be something to bring up in my review, I think. Ah dear, rip, old friend. You did good. Also, the frame rate will improve quite a bit once you're gone, which will help a bit. But if it's sacrificing a battleship is what it takes to bring down the Twin Guard, then I'd say that's a worthy enough sacrifice. Hey, we've got enough money to build 7 of them just for choosing to fight them, so... So we've hit at least one of those drones. Huge pool of resources. Yeah, almost 1 million. Hit one. That's the torpedoes. Torpedo variant doing work. Okay, it's not needed against the Grey Talons, but it's good here. That is about... Yeah, I was going to say, sustained by repairs, but nothing is repairing it. What's still alive then? They're shooting lasers into the water still. Must be at least one of them in there somewhere. Yeah, one left, I think. It's got dinked, but no damage. The water will be protecting it. Lasers do lose damage going through the water quite quickly. I think you maybe can kit them out to fire underwater, but they lose a bit of overall damage. And also you have the issue of, yeah, finding it. As you can see, they're troubling track it. Now, yeah, as I say now, the buoy-guided torpedoes, however. Wow, okay. Should be the fight over, I believe.
Listening. Listening.
I mean, that was the headquarters.
Receiving. Moving now. Listening.
Or was it
Moving
not?
out.
Was that not their headquarters? It was called the Hive.
Listening.
We haven't got a faction dead message. That's interesting. We had the logo on it. Have we missed something? Unusual. I thought we'd be finishing off just there.
Listening.
Let's, I wasn't prepared to do 2 fights here, so we'll pause, and if it's taking really long, I may have to edit, but we'll try and also, I think I promised you guys the Grey Talons fight, so we'll do the Grey Talons fight as well. Let's take on their headquarters.
Listening.
And let's also get a proper look at some more of their ships and things. Alchemist Lair, Raven's Nest, Great X, Lamprey, okay.
Listening.
Lamprey, not a problem. We've beaten those before. Great X's, I don't know. They're not huge, but not tiny either. Alchemist Lair shouldn't be a problem. In fact, typically the buildings themselves have never been a problem. But we'll fight the full lot. We're slightly assassinating their headquarters, which, as has happened to the white players, but we will at least allow them to spawn their full fleet. Not that it's even gives us a choice in this one, but yeah, sometimes there's an option to effectively fight without them at their full strength. And I do want to do that. Ooh. One of them hasn't even spawned. Which is actually not great, but... Oh, that's the Great Axe. Wow, it is just guns. There's a lot of guns. Also, it's attracting a lot of missiles. She's not going well for it by the looks of it. Okay, one down already. Who's that chunky fellow? Oop. Big lag spike. Something big's loading in. That's probably their base. It was. Right. Let's see what we're looking at. So, these are the Great Axes, right? Yes, the Great Axes have a lot of guns. They probably hit quite hard, but I don't think they're going to land hits, really. See the Alchemist Lair. That's... Oh, look at that! Oh, I do like that. Little observatory, little buildings. It's like a whole little, Flying Choker City. Speakers and everything. Yeah, that's cool. Crane and everything. And it is an airship itself. It's got a cabin and everything. Grey Talon's markings. Jet thrusters holding it up. Okay. So that's the Alchemist Lair. That's a very nice sub-building. Wow, this has changed as well. This did not used to look like this. Raven's Nest. I think this is their headquarters anyway. It's all like battleship it's all their ship's prows, isn't it? Interesting colour scheme. I thought it would be brown like the rest, but it's like a blue. It does have a lot of guns on it. Those worry me a little. Also, I think our third Sky Ray... Yeah, our third Sky Ray just loaded. Oh, jeez. We need to kill that. That looks a lot scarier than the other faction headquarters have. Oh, especially if you're going to do something stupid like smash into it. That's not good. It's also got LAM systems that can actually deflect our missiles. Ooh. We may have underestimated. There might finally be a decently armed faction base. We might have an actual fight on our hands here. And it has changed to be the right colours. I thought that was weird. Just spawning in our colours very briefly or something? Was that what it was? Yes. It doesn't, again, help when one of our ships chooses to literally smash into it. I don't think there's any point focusing our fire on anything else, though. I think this is absolutely what we need to kill. Are our lasers still working? Oh, we're still getting some hits, though. That one went through. Snuck through at any rate. The actual crane's moving as well. Lovely details. We may indeed, though, need that new ship. The Sky Ray's are, for the first time I think I've seen, struggling. What's this thing cost? Almost $1 million yet. Not too surprised then. It's optimized to any degree, which it sure looks like it is. This is going to be a tough one to crack. Although, its LAM's defences did not do anywhere near as well that time. They let a lot of those through. Sparrow's taking damage, but we know they can be a bit zombie-ish. We know they've literally risen from the grave before and continue to fight. Doesn't necessarily mean much. What are we actually hitting? Because they are taking damage, but I can't see any obvious... They are quite determined to shoot that. Is that what AI is? No, it looks like a big laser. That's the laser system. Smart of the AI to see through the hole and pick out the weakest point. I don't know whether we should be firing on those great axes. I don't know how much they're contributing, or whether we need to focus on the nest. Yeah, maybe we should kill the small ones first, just in case. Yeah, switch targets. Let's knock out the secondary, so at least they're not providing support. This thing, guys, come on. That might be the one with the destroyed wing. Might not be able to see its target. Or smashed wing. There we go. Oh, it's deploying smoke. It's actually got defenses against our laser beams. Missiles are still targeting the wrong thing, so that's not helping. Big explosion. Did one of ours just take a bad hit? They're firing on the wrong thing, apparently. Yeah, not that. That thing will soak up fire for ages. The things that are shooting back at you guys.
Engaging now.
It's starting to do some damage again. Has that magazine gone up, or is that still working? It has. I can't tell from the top. Yeah, I think that one's done for. Yeah, the production Skyrays are struggling a little bit in this fight. Greytan's faction headquarters is actually tough enough to put up a decent battle. All on its own, effectively. Not that it's 100% working. We've gotten things through, but it is also quite substantial. Yeah, we may indeed need to build some new vessels. I don't think we're going to win this one outright. But we are finally getting some shots off at the things I actually wanted them to be shot at. Look at all those flashes. Yeah, that laser munition system is pretty potent as well, or at least potent enough that our saturating fire is not getting through, or that doesn't help that I can't get them to coordinate themselves. Yeah, not that thing. We don't need that dead. That really isn't a problem at the moment. We want the... Probably do want the base dead, really, but... You're supposed to be firing on the great axis. Do at least focus on the base, I guess. You might as well try and do what you can to it, whatever you've got left. Destroy this. Yes, I know, game. Trust me, we're trying. Yeah, there goes one Skyray. Is destroyed. The other one is airborne, but I don't know how well. Well, that great axe just took, I think, a hit to a magazine. At least I hope it did. Maybe not. Yeah, they're definitely able to repel the missiles. The laser munition system's really good. Yeah, the Grey Talons are feeling a bit more like what I was expecting. This particular fight. I mean, not invincible, but tough. It's a bad sale, so I was kind of hoping we'd get something a bit more like this. It does feel like we've had a little bit of an easy time of it. Doesn't mean we're going to keep making it easy for them. If your laser's still running, I'd like you to fire it. Oh, I think the laser system's dead. What are we being shot at with? That would be a good bit for future reference. Ooh, secondary detonation heat rounds with whatever that is. That's a weird shell. I think. Actually, not 100% sure what we're getting shot of us there, but it's not nice. And unfortunately, the missiles aren't enough to penetrate its laser screen. Well, not reliably, though. That one looked like it just went through. We have damaged it, but really not severely at all. Nothing it won't recover from anyway. Well, look at that weapon system-wise. It's got munition warners under the water. Not seeing any torpedoes though, so submarine could do it, although it's got these. Underslung guns. That looks like missile or torpedo launchers to me. And the main defense of this main ring of guns, I would say. Munition defense is concentrated around the main tower by the look of it.
Listening.
Any of your other systems still working? The seat isn't, because I just got dropped straight off. Yeah, I think we might have to accept a loss there. I don't think we're going to be able to do any more damage. Unless potentially we can take one over and boss it into a ramming maneuver. No, we can't build, so we can't put new seats on it. Yeah, I think we call the battle with that one. Yeah, we'll end the battle there. Well, not an ideal ending for our Scurry fleet, but, you know, it happens. Return them to... I've got to gather that. We'll return them to here for repairs.
Moving out.
By repairs, I mean complete reconstruction, but we have lots of resources. We can afford to do that. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I don't know why the Twin Guard aren't dead, but the others most certainly are, and we'll take that. I just realised I've sent them back to do that, and they can't do it because they can't even move.
Listening. Moving out.
You should do that maybe then. But yeah, I'll see you guys all again next time. Goodbye.